You're listening to Big Facts with Big Bank and DJ Scream.
Coming to you live from First Class Sounds. It's the one and only DJ Scream. Big Bank is here, baby. Jade, Kodak, Shot Jones, and it's time for another Big Facts Friday. What the hell is going on, peoples?
Hello.
What's up?
What's the dealio?
Everything's solid. Everything's good.
Everything's amazing.
Can't complain.
Any hardships in life right now?
Not at all.
Life is
No
amazing.
hardships. Everything's good.
Life is good.
So today we're gonna actually deal with two words of the day, and we're gonna explain why we're doing these two words because we're gonna put them against each other. So set it off, Jade.
Okay, so the two words that we're doing today are justification and validation.
Okay.
The textbook Saltine definition of justification is the action of showing something to be right or reasonable, and in theology, the action of declaring or making righteousness in the sight of God. So the urban definition of justification is the act of trying to find plausible answers for your not always too bright actions, motives, speeches, or any other physical, mental, committed by anything.
That's right. Trying to take over your bullshit. That's right. What you got, Kodak?
So, validation, the act of checking or proving the validity or accuracy of something, the action of making or declaring something legally or officially acceptable.
And what's the urban?
Validation wasn't on there, but it's validation seeking behavior. Describes an action that is seeking external approval from others, typically to solve some deep-rooted childhood trauma. I don't think childhood trauma got to be a part of it.
Justification. So what we basically gonna deal with today is
The difference between the two.
validation versus justification, or justification versus validation, however you want to do it. So putting them two together, what's the difference between the two, and what means more?
I feel like justification is when you're trying to justify the right in something as opposed to the wrong. And I feel like validation is when you are trying to... What am I trying to say? Validation is when you're trying to solidify the value. Well, not solidify the value, but you're trying to basically... I'm lost at what I'm trying to get out. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Okay. So
When you're trying to justify some shit, I feel like the shit that you're trying to prove right is really wrong, and you're trying to like build your case to make other people feel the way that you feel. And then when I feel like you're trying to show the validity in some shit, or when you're trying to validate some shit, you're basically just reiterating what's already right about it. You see what I'm saying?
So you saying justification is some bullshit, and validation is not, in so many words. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. Because justification, well, really both of them come from you seeking to either prove to or like make other people feel like you're doing the right thing. So it's really you trying to make outside people okay with whatever you're trying to do.
Justification.
That's justification. I feel like with validation, you might be trying to validate yourself.
But I thought valid is all facts. Like if something is valid, like a parking validation.
Yeah,
like,
you're trying to
for
reiterate
sure,
the right in something.
Okay, but it's okay. It's all.
Hold up. What the dictionary said?
She just said
I just
it.
Looked up. I just looked up validation versus justification.
Yeah.
Okay, and it says, as nouns, the difference between justification and validation is that justification is a reason, explanation, or an excuse which provides convincing.
You're trying to build a case for something that is wrong.
Morality, acceptable support for behavior, or the belief or occurrence, while validation is the act of validating something.
Valid, right?
Yeah, just if does valid mean right or wrong? So is valid?
Validation is
just
right,
mean
and
right?
justification is wrong.
Valid is more like facts. Justification is more like cap.
Facts.
That's the way I see it. The basic way of seeing it. But I guess like
But you can only you can only seek validation. You can't seek justification because you try to when you try to justify something, it's you trying to tell other people why it's okay.
Try to convince. Basically, when you're trying to justify something, you're trying to convince people to see shit the way that you already see it. When you're trying to validate something, you're just reiterating what's already known that's positive about the situation, from my understanding.
I thought justification and justifying something is just trying to come up with a reason for your actions.
But isn't the root word?
That's what I thought.
Isn't the root word of justify and justification and all that just? Ain't that the root word?
Justice. Wouldn't it be
Justice or just?
Justice.
It says justice. So just don't have nothing.
If you
to do.
justifying some shit, man, it's like if I tell my wife I ain't come home last night because I was sleeping. I'm trying to goddamn.
You're gonna follow that up with I worked all day. I had to fucking run.
Exactly.
But is he
all the shit
justifying
that's gonna
or valid? Or
I'm justifying because I'm justifying some wrong shit to me.
Well, no, I think.
But you could justify right shit.
Yeah, you
too,
can justify
though.
right shit.
So justification has nothing
Okay,
to do with
so
right or
let's
wrong.
say
But you validate right shit.
Let's
I
say
think
you
we
didn't.
justify
Let's say
something you
let's say you
Yeah.
didn't come home, but you ain't got no proof that you ain't come home. You got to justify why. I'm telling you, I did this and this and this, and I didn't
That's what
come
I
home.
just
I'm
said.
telling
Like
you.
I had to work, I had to run,
Right.
I had to do this,
Right.
and that is why I was tired and too tired to come home.
But validation is here. Look at the goddamn video. I'm telling
you
you,
have
this is why I
facts.
went home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's validation. Valid can't really be argued. Justification, you can still be right. You could be lying or you could be telling the truth, but it's like you kind of trying to prove something that you can't prove. So you got to persuade the person to be like,
But with
okay.
validation, you have hard, solid facts.
Every time.
Okay.
So
Exactly.
validation is facts, and justification is like you gotta prove.
Cap.
Yeah,
It's not
because-
always
It's not
cap, though.
what you know,
It's
it's
not
what you
always
can
cap.
prove.
At first I said that, but you can justify something and be, you might hold, it might even seem like you saying some bullshit, but you know in your heart, like, I'm telling the fucking truth. Like, this is what happened. It might, you know how the people say, this might sound crazy,
Yeah.
but I'm telling you
But-
this is what happened, and you looking at them like,
But I have a
But you
question.
validating then.
no, you
Yeah.
can only validate.
That's not justification. These
no,
is
you can
facts.
only validate if you have hard proof.
No, but if I'm stating something that I know is a fact, I'm validating this.
Yeah,
Nah, you got no
what?
proof.
How? I don't gotta have no proof with
You
my.
gotta
If
have
I
proof.
know.
Parking
matter.
validation. You can't just go to valet and be like, "Hey man, the folks said I'm straight." You got to give them
Yeah,
a
you
parking
got to give them a ticket
validation
that's been
so you
stamped.
don't
That
pay.
ain't that.
I don't
that's
think
it.
that that's facts because with validation, they talk about
With what?
validation with emotions.
Okay.
So they
Yeah.
talk about validation
That's
with
why
emotions.
they say parking validation. You can go and say,
I
"Hey, them
feel
folks at
like-
the restaurant."
I
you
feel
know,
like if I come in there motherfucker and say,
Huh?
I was just said big facts all day, I just validated where I was.
nah.
Nah, because you ain't.
Because
Also-
I
how
ain't got to
you-
show no fact because she checked. Y'all gonna say yes. Y'all gonna validate that.
Yeah, there's hard
That's the
facts with it.
validation.
But if I come in them, so I ain't had to say
No,
go
no.
call them and ask them.
You say you was at Big Facts. Now, if you say you was at
Not big
Houston's, well, you might have a receipt, so that's a bad. That's a bad.
If he has a receipt, that's validation.
that is validation
Because
if
it's
he
a
has
paper receipt showing that I was here.
But
At
somebody
this
could have
time.
gave him that receipt though.
No, but it don't matter. It's still a receipt.
You have facts, right?
Yeah, it's still
So-
a hard.
Oh,
It's still
no.
a hard piece of
Validation
tangible
is
evidence.
It's basically the action of checking and providing
Yes,
validity
proof.
to something.
Facts.
Yeah.
Providing proof.
Yeah.
Providing a receipt. Providing a fucking ticket.
So
But why
why
will
your
you
word, why
get-
your word can't be valid?
So
That's
look
what
at
I'm
it.
saying.
Look
Why
at
would
it,
you
but
get an
because you know
argument
why?
and be like,
You
why
know,
a nigga
validation
word
don't
can't
work?
be
Because
valid?
a word
Okay,
is
listen,
not
listen.
tangible.
Niggas
You know what
lie.
it is?
A word
His word
isn't
not tangible.
tangible.
If somebody say, I'm that nigga, you can only try to justify that and make people believe, but you can never
can't validate
validate that you that nigga.
But that's something totally different. You're
It's the
right
same
about that.
thing.
That's a matter of opinion. So you're gonna have to justify that. But if I say
Justify.
if I say I was asleep, I ain't gotta justify that. I was asleep. Why my word can't
how
be
can
valid?
you validate
the truth?
that you were
why,
asleep?
why my word can't be the
she,
truth?
She might accept it as valid because she believe you.
That's what
But
I'm
you
saying.
yourself
But
are not going to be able to
textbook-wise,
validate that
you cannot-
unless you have a photo of you sleep in the bed or sleep
Or a
wherever
witness.
you were. Or a
Or a
witness,
witness.
that is able to validate that.
Okay.
Shit, but witnesses be lying too. So shit, you gotta the witness may just be justification, cause shit.
Nah, but the witness is going to have proof. The
What's-
witness is going to
what's-
provide
what's-
some sort of proof, some sort of tangible evidence.
When somebody say, I got A1 street cred, what's the justification versus the validation? if somebody say my street cred is A1.
The recognition in it?
Nah, the recognition, you can just say it.
I feel like it's valid if nobody come with proof that you're not.
You're right.
So that's what I'm saying. So how that's not valid?
no,
if I said I was asleep,
Yeah.
nobody has proof
because-
that I wasn't.
Yeah, but if you say
But
you got,
nobody has
if
proof
you,
that
okay,
you are.
credit is the
So
other
it
way.
is what it is.
Credit only
I ain't
goes.
gotta justify that. That's valid.
No,
No,
what
you
you saying
personally
is
prove
feel
it
like
different.
You don't have to justify.
yeah, you
that.
saying what you don't want to do. We talk about
Nah, but look.
I'm like,
I don't get
Nah,
what y'all saying.
nah, on the
Y'all
other
get
your
what I'm
like,
saying.
credit is good until you fuck it up in any field.
Screen. Say you texting the chick, right? Goddamn, she said, "All right, I'm about to go to sleep." So you know, all right, the conversation end there. Hour later, you see her on Instagram posting stories in the club and shit. Damn, bitch, you said you was finna go to sleep. That's not
That's
valid.
just lying.
But she can justify that as if I wasn't sleepy, so I went and did some other shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought I was
Justify.
about to go see. Now that's a justification.
Yeah, that's a
that's
justification.
justified.
She could never prove it,
But if
can
she, but
justify
you
it.
never seen on
She's
Instagram,
a
that was
cat-ass
valid that
bitch.
she went to sleep.
But she might not have went to sleep. She might have just got out the phone
So
with
you
you and
lied.
Okay.
fuck somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know.
Guys, I just looked it up and it says validation can also be the action of making and declaring something legally or officially acceptable.
It's still facts. That's the same thing we're
You
saying.
still have to have facts.
But if you say
You have to have-
acceptable, how is acceptance facts? Acceptance doesn't have to be facts.
We're accepting
Yes.
that truth based on the
Thank you.
facts. No, we're accepting the truth based on the facts.
Now
Huh?
you that ain't what they just said though.
That's
Screen.
what it said. Read
No,
it
it
again.
didn't.
Read it again.
How
Hold on, I
are
wanna
you
hear it.
gonna?
But that's not what you're talking
Hold
about.
on.
You talking what you're talking
How
about
are
socially
How are you
accepted
gonna
truths.
prove something legally correct without proof?
Facts and proof.
It says the action of making or declaring something legally or officially acceptable. It's saying the act of making something legally or officially
But in order to
acceptable.
legally declare
There has
something,
been
you
some
have
facts
to have
or evidence
proof.
or proof to get to that place.
To
You
get
have
to that
valid-
point
you have
of
validated
legal
it.
declaration, you
You
have
have-
to have facts or proof of whatever it is that you're trying to say is right or wrong.
But
Okay,
I'm
so I
saying,
have a
what-
question. I have a follow up real quick. When you are, I just know the word validation and feelings being valid. It comes up in a whole bunch
While
of.
you're doing the parking validation the whole time.
Okay,
Talk.
think of parking validation, but I recognize this term in the midst of like arguments with people. You know how you argue with somebody and they say, "Well, you're acting like my feelings aren't valid." Then how does that come in place with what you guys are talking about with
It's a
legally binding and
It's
it
a
has
root-
to be
it's a
facts?
root-
Thank
that's-
you.
That's the root word. That's the same thing with just. Just kind of is more solid than justification. It's
Valid
the
and
root word.
validation is the same thing. Validation means like
No, it's not.
listen.
not.
Validation
different
just
things.
mean the act of it.
No, that's not
No.
the act.
Act of valid, right?
No, it's not.
No.
What it mean?
Validation is the
It mean
act
action.
of proving the validity.
Oh my
of
Yeah.
God,
something.
we are
Oh, okay,
having
okay.
facts.
validation.
Okay,
versus-
so my word could be
valid.
valid, but it's not valid.
It's not
valified.
validated.
It's not
Validated.
valified.
Right, it's not validated.
not validated. You making up words.
What's the word?
Validated.
Validate. It's not validated.
It's not validated. Technically,
You can only the only facts is we got cameras rolling, right? So if you say some shit, it is validated that you said it. We have it
Oh,
on
you're
camera.
right.
But if you say some shit and we don't have the camera, we all have to justify. I'm telling you, Banks said this. That's the difference.
It's not just
The act
Yes, it is.
of
We can all
It is.
justify. We can all say, I'm telling you, Banks said this. We can all have. We
Y'all
say that Banks
validating
said
it.
this.
Y'all
That ain't
validating
valid.
it,
That ain't valid.
No.
People
No,
might
the
not
act-
believe.
I got
the
you right here.
validation
They
is
might-
a video.
they
Yeah,
might
they're
not
winning,
believe.
Bank. I just looked it up. Let me tell you why. Because it says the act of validating something is a certificate or validating something with
Parking pass.
authentic. How you say that word?
Authenticity.
Authenticity.
So that's like a degree?
Confirmation and proof of verification. So it has to be some type of. You guys won me
Certificate?
over. Some type of
It's
proof.
tangible.
But you can't tell me my word ain't valid.
Yes,
No,
that's,
I'm with you.
That's
I
just
agree.
that's just Bank being Bank. To you, you can always validate to yourself because you know the truth. To yourself for sure.
Exactly.
I feel what you're coming
So I
from.
just feel like if I'm telling the truth, I don't have no reason to justify
But
shit.
personal
That's just how I
validation and
feel.
actual validation are also
they
two
are
separate
different,
things.
yeah.
Okay, well,
They
all right.
are.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
because
you
you
won.
can't tell me my word ain't valid if I know I'm telling the truth.
Yes.
Yes, your word was.
And
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
see,
finna
when it comes-
justify my word.
But you
But
can
when it
Because
comes
you know
to-
your brain has the actual truth.
Yeah,
I feel like a nigga who justifying something, you lying.
I was about to say
feel the
validation
same
can jump
way.
into justification.
I feel the same way.
Because you
That's how I
start saying,
feel.
well, shit, this,
Not all the
Not
time.
all the
though.
time,
justify.
though.
Not all the time.
No.
To
Oh,
me,
to you,
just
that's
how I
what
feel.
that's your
like
personal.
If a nigga going, like, just say, they say, goddamn, anything, and you go online, this didn't happen. It's something about that makes you feel like that's true. If you gotta justify your actions.
If a nigga told you he was a millionaire, you ain't be like, I don't believe that shit. He trying to just, I'm telling you, babe, look at this goddamn, I'm having a drip, I'm a millionaire. You like, I don't believe that shit.
But what he's saying
he pull out that phone and show you the bank account.
But listen, what he's no. Listen.
He gonna show that.
No, listen.
When the first time you say don't believe, but stop.
Listen, this is what. Listen, this is what I think. This is what Bank is trying. I mean, Black is trying to say. I've never called him Bank. That's weird. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me.
Stop being
weird.
But
anyway,
You don't know
yeah,
me
I'm
like
sorry.
What's wrong with you?
Bitch,
My
shut
name,
up.
You know my name, man.
Anyway, listen.
Oh, Jesus
so,
Christ.
no,
Latter-day
listen.
Saints.
Look, so that's just like if a nigga call Black gray, right? And he knowing that he's not gray, so he doesn't pay any attention to it. But if there's something in him, if there's any piece of anything in him that makes him feel like it's a possibility that he either might be gray or that he might have done something to make people think that he might be gray or that there might be some validity to this nigga's statement, he's gonna try to justify it.
Yes.
Justify.
That's what he's trying to say.
You're trying to.
Yeah.
To me, that's like some. If I do, I guess I'm just a person that stand on what I say. Like I ain't finna. If I say fuck you, I ain't finna tell you the reason why it's fuck you. It's fuck you.
Yeah, that's personal.
I ain't finna be like, it's fuck you, cuz. That's justified. You really don't want to be like fuck him.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
You
you
get
really
what I'm
want to tell
saying?
him why, and then you want him to say, "Well, nah, I wasn't like that," and
Yep.
now it's unfuck you,
Yes.
and now we're unfucking each other, and now we back cool again.
I'm
no.
crying.
But the
doing
validate
that.
is if you somewhere and there's two other people and you know somebody stole from you, right? And they're going back and forth and you like they're trying to justify their case. I ain't stealing. I'm telling you, I ain't stealing. I ain't stealing. They're going back and forth. I'm like, all right, let's go check the cameras and validate who stole this shit. That's all we saying. Like it got to come with some solid proof or evidence to where there's
I
no
can go
doubt.
for that.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Yeah, that's a
There's
great-
no
Yeah,
doubt
You should've
whatsoever.
broke it down like
Yeah.
that, DJ Opt, in the
Yeah.
beginning. You would have
Just
had us
trying
one
to
up.
gotta get my brain warmed up. You know what I'm saying?
That was great.
Basically, validation is the only shit that's gonna stand up in court. Justification is not.
So can you not to go all the way
Okay,
to
hearsay.
Thank
Hey,
you,
lawyer school.
not to go back to the last episode too much, but can you if you're a rapper and you're trying to prove that you're real, can you validate that or can you only try to justify that?
You can only try to justify
Yeah,
it
you know to justify that.
because
Right.
real has
It's
a
a matter of
different
opinion,
definition
right?
to every person.
And you always got a chance to be a fuck nigga every second.
Yeah, like Black always says, you can't prove you what did you say? You can't prove that you're real until you die.
Real, die real.
Like you gotta.
You said you ain't real. That's in the
Nigga,
big
you know what
fast.
I'm saying?
It's in the big fast Bible.
Look at her.
You can't. It's
said-
either you. The only way you can prove that you're real is if you die that
real.
way.
You real until you die real because every second you got a chance.
You got a chance to be a fuck nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or to fuck up and do some shit that's not real.
Can you write that down?
That
for him
valid
book
you
so
a
he don't
fuck
forget?
I got you. I got you.
You got a chance to do some shit to validate that you a fuck nigga.
Fact.
You can never validate you a real nigga till you die that way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, say it one more
That's
time.
what the fuck
so
I
we
was
can
talking
remember
about.
it.
You sitting up there looking all crazy and stupid.
Bro, I don't like when niggas use my shit.
What? She was giving you credit for using your shit.
Lame
She was
ass
trying to validate that those was your words.
So you validate what she said?
Absolutely. I got you, Jay.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
That
my
shit
nigga.
ain't valid. That shit ain't valid. That shit ain't valid. man.
That ain't valid.
Justify
It's in the
what she
big.
said.
It's in the Big Facts Bible.
So with that being said, but to me, I feel like. So is it possible that you take certain people words as validation? Like if I
This
come
was-
tell you something, do you
Trust.
take that as like
Some people words matter more.
Trust can go and
It
create
depends on their trust and their track record.
right a personal validation for that person. I could believe you, and nobody else in the room could believe.
But then that
But I
doesn't.
believe you based on
yeah?
But then
I
that
know
wouldn't
you
be a
know.
personal
Exactly.
validation. That would be a vouch.
it's a vouch.
And a vouch doesn't require validation to a certain extent. A vouch can slide through with justification.
It can.
No,
You're right.
what I'm saying
It
is,
can.
if I say something to you and you value my words
That's a vouch.
to a certain and to a certain degree, will it be valid to you, not to somebody else.
To me, this
Yes,
is my
like
this is my validation.
Yeah,
Yes.
like if I know I'm telling the truth, and you know I tells the truth, and I tell you something, like if something in here, if something in here, and we don't have it on camera, and I see Jay steal something, I tell you, I just saw Jay steal that shit screen.
Based on that one-on-one.
Could that be a validation to you that I
Yes,
said?
that's
Yes.
a
It'll be
personal-
valid to Scream, but in order to validate it to Shy, you're gonna have to show Shy on camera
I
where
know
I
that.
told
I ain't
something.
saying that, Jay. I'm saying
Yes.
one person to the other.
Yeah, can your word?
Yeah, but when you
hold
start
value?
involving other
We
people,
ain't involved nobody. You did. I'm saying if I take
one-on-one, he
what
said.
what? If I tell my man,
I quit.
Jay stole the Ciroc bottle. I seen him,
Yeah,
and he believed me.
it's
Can he
validated.
take my word as validation?
It's validated.
well,
You
depending
can
on
valid-
what
you can-
kind of Ciroc bottle, because I only drink like
Yes, yeah. The answer is yes. But that's just
If
like
it wasn't
as,
a grape one, then you didn't do it.
no,
yeah,
but that's
if it
just
wasn't
like having
great,
kids.
it wasn't me.
That's like when you have kids. 9 times out of 10, a kid is gonna take everything their parents say is value. Like that's just it is what it is.
Like
that's
gospel.
golden. That's
Like
golden.
law.
So anything you tell your child to do, especially when they're young, that's all they fucking know until you tell somebody else teach them otherwise. So everybody starts with having like I guess validation with everything that comes out their mouth when they have.
Or is that just like trust? Because I'm seeing some shit now as an adult that my parents and my grandparents were telling me some shit
That was wrong.
that's been validated different.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Like shit that we thought, even with how to cook, religion, whatever.
The facts can change. Well,
Well,
can
if that's the case,
Can
the
that's
facts
different.
change?
Facts
If
can't
it's
change.
different, then it hasn't been validated.
Huh? Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
If
Like
it's
so
di-
it
if it's
still
different-
haven't been validated.
If it's
Wait,
not
what?
the truth,
Wait,
Facts
it
can change.
hasn't been validated.
Some facts can change.
Wait,
Some
bring it
facts
back.
can change. If the fact is you got $100, that's the fact at that moment. But you can lose that $100 and be broke.
Oh, facts.
So the facts can change.
No, I'm talking about like shit that's validated. We ain't talking about
Validated,
fact. We talking
like
about shit
life.
that's validated, like
life shit.
okay, goddamn.
What?
Christopher Columbus discovered America.
Right.
Oh my God.
All right.
But people try to unvalidate that, but they can't unvalidate.
didn't.
They can't unvalidate it. They can
said
only
he
try to
didn't, though.
justify it. People are trying to
They say
justify
he
that he
How they
didn't.
can't unvalidate it?
They
That
can't.
ain't valid. So you think that's
No,
valid?
I'm saying in our history books, this is our facts right now. This is what it says in our history books.
But our
So this is
history
what-
books are some bullshit
I
because they
understand
don't
what you-
even accurately talk
I
about
agree
slavery.
with that 10,000,000%. I'm just saying the only thing we have to go off of is our history books. The only thing we have to go off of that the world is round is the fact.
But the same people that said that
But those
Christopher
ain't,
Columbus.
so that ain't validation. That's taking a nigga opinion.
Wait, I
you
have a
done wrote
question.
that book. We taking a justification, nigga.
I'm crying. I have a question.
That's what we done did.
yeah.
because the same
So
people
why
that
y'all
said
can't
that
take my
Christopher-
word as validation?
Yeah, I have a question.
Because it's not written down.
If you,
not
I'm
written.
saying, so I'm gonna go write this
It gotta
shit
be
down.
written. It gotta be written in
Where
blood or
the
stone.
research coming from?
It got-
no, I have a question.
What's your question?
They don't win. They don't win.
They done went and told some lies to a nigga like you gonna believe in her and him and him.
It ain't her
because,
shit.
Because we going around the
The
earth.
same people that said Christopher Columbus discovered America are the same niggas that told us about.
Everything else.
I got a
shit.
question.
No, they
Right.
said George Washington had wooden teeth. He really had like slave teeth and shit. Like
Can validation be opinion?
Yeah, you are right about that. His teeth were
Validation
made out of
cannot be
slave
opinion.
bones.
Wait, let me
and
ask a
shit,
question.
It
like-
has to come with facts.
Okay, my question.
What's the question again?
So
Hold
you
on,
can't
hold
say
on,
that.
hold on.
What's
My
the question
question
again?
is, can
It has to come with facts.
validation?
That's the definition.
But so,
that's
so,
written.
Hold on,
so,
hold on.
Is Christopher Columbus validated as the nigga who found America?
Yeah.
niggas don't even fuck with
No,
Columbus
it's
Day no
broke down.
more.
That ain't valid. How that
I'm
valid?
saying based on.
So why the fuck they paying the Indians?
I'm fucking
Say
scared.
Huh?
Because some American for sure came and took over America from the Indians. We
But
know
y'all-
that.
But that's what I was
saying
saying.
the
The
nigga
same
found
people,
it.
the same
No,
people
I
that
wrote down like the
found
nigga
it.
found it.
I'm saying the only thing
said
we
it's
have to
valid,
go.
though.
the only thing we
Christopher
have to
Columbus
go
landed
off
in the
of-
Bahamas.
What the fuck is happening?
Man, the same people that
What?
told us about Christopher Columbus
Yes.
are the same people that told us about Jesus.
I got a
That's
question.
what I'm trying to say.
What is
Real
happening?
quick before you quit.
Big facts history lesson.
Right or wrong?
So and so and so and so.
Right, am I right or
So
wrong?
and so and so and so.
Don't get
Based,
into that
based on their
conversation.
streams, is
Okay.
a platinum artist, right? So it's validated to you that you think rapper ABC is a platinum artist, right?
Mhm.
Then 10 years from now, it comes out that rapper ABC, all the streams was fake. So that changes the facts now. And they're like, man, we're taking away his Grammy. We found out that it's like Milli Vanilli. Remember that shit? They were Grammy winning artists, right? That was the facts. We are Grammy winning artists. until they investigated and found out it's some bullshit.
So basically, you can validate some justification shit.
If you can, no. You can validate. No, you can validate.
If a nigga justify something good enough, he can get it
no,
validated.
there's another word.
That's what he's saying.
No, there's another word. There's another word. Unvalidate.
No.
Yes, you can.
Hold up. Hold up.
It has to be validated to be
I had to be
unvalidated.
justifying some bull. I had to be justifying a lie for it to get validated if it get changed.
No.
Huh?
Based on the
Yeah, I kinda
based
follow.
on the current facts. These are the current facts.
How they
New
facts if they
I
turn
got-
around and be not facts?
I got 100.
You gotta
I
find
got
new
100 billion streams.
Look up facts.
Look up facts.
So they wasn't facts.
No, listen, they were facts at that
I
time.
had justified
The facts
and
can change.
manipulated the system.
Big
to make
validation
you thought
podcast.
that they was facts. They were
Yes,
never facts.
Validation is based on facts, but facts
They were never facts.
facts change.
Facts can't change.
Y'all want the urban
It's
or
either
the
he
saltine
found it-
definition?
Huh?
Y'all want the urban or the saltine definition?
If you've been deceived. So
Yeah,
if you've been
for
deceived,
sure.
they wasn't facts.
We didn't know no better.
All right.
That's the current facts. We
So
didn't know
you
any
Basically,
better.
you're saying that ignorance isn't an excuse. If something changes or the validity of something changes,
It was
and
a lie. It was
true
never
to
a
begin
fact.
with.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
validated shit that we believe that is lies.
That's what I'm saying. So shit. What
But
the
it's
fuck are we
valid-
talking
it's
about?
validated because we don't have no
See,
facts
now
to
this
go
one, I
against
don't
it.
know.
We don't have no facts to go
No,
against it
that-
and prove that it's bullshit.
But when you get information, you gotta act on the new information, right? Because niggas used to believe that the sun revolved around the earth. Now we know better.
Right.
So when you
The
get
facts
new
change.
facts, you can't treat the old shit like it's still facts.
The facts
Y'all
change.
are like,
No, the
Y'all
facts
confusing
change.
me, but I got a question.
What I'm saying is the facts can't change.
The facts can change.
The
Though.
truth can come out.
The truth comes out.
The facts can't change. Because if it's a fact, that's what that is. Right or wrong?
so okay, yeah, the facts can't change, but I think what Scream is trying to say is that the circumstances around the facts can change.
No.
How we got to the facts.
No,
Just like how
no.
he's saying, if you're a billionaire and then
No.
you go broke,
That's
you're
different.
a billionaire
That's
at
different.
that time.
That's different. That's different. That's a fact. Then that's still a fact because you were a billionaire.
Yeah.
You just lost it. I
Yeah,
got it.
that's still a fact because you
you
were a
know-
billionaire.
right.
Point in time, you were.
But if a nigga say I found America and then it come out, nigga, you lied.
I'm stressed.
That was never a fact.
You're right about that. You're right.
I got a question.
You lied, bro. You
And
just
that-
told a
and-
lie that
and
we
you know what?
believe.
And you know what? There's
You did some good ass justification,
Yeah.
and we were like, we believed it.
Because nobody contested it at that time.
shot question.
but that's what
I'm stressed.
that's what that's what the world is, and that's what that's all being a lawyer is. It's
Okay,
justification.
boom. Can we stop there
Yes.
for my question?
and getting it to be that's validated. We
Yep.
believe.
Okay, you
O.J.
said
Simpson.
lawyer.
That's what I'm saying. So
Okay.
justification and facts run
OJ
hand in
said,
hand.
The
OJ,
glove.
Thank you.
OJ
The glove.
had proof. It
The
might have
glove.
been some distorted proof.
OJ could have fit.
But
that
if he
glove for real.
come out tomorrow and say something else, it's no longer a fact, or it's no longer validated. I should say.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Especially with you using the word lawyer. I've been wanting to ask this question before we went on.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, you know how in cases, right? Like we would have that the blood right here on this table, and this blood belongs to DJ Scream. And somebody between Jade and Bank murdered DJ Scream, right? So you would have Jade's lawyer trying to convince everybody else that this blood got here based off of Bank doing XYZ. Bank lawyer would say
Nah.
it's J XYZ.
But
However,
I-
it matters.
No, listen.
Real
this one
quick,
up.
real quick. Let me finish. However the lawyers do what they do, but each one would now hire doctors and specialists to validate their opinion. So now, what you have two people validating their, I guess, it's hypothesis or their theory of what happened. Like
They
their
would
theory
know,
of what
but-
happened, but they're validating it because that's what happened in court. Either way, you bring your doctor in and say, we sit here with our professional opinion, say that this is exactly what happened.
But their validation would come based upon the facts of the placement of the blood on the table. You know what I'm saying? They would have to have
Forensics.
forensics.
But yeah,
in
but
order
they
to
will be
able to
validating
validate
the two opposite
Hold up,
things,
hold
though.
up, hold up now. That's just like this. So validation can be manipulated.
Thank
right?
you. Yes,
That's
it
all I'm saying.
can.
Everything can be manipulated.
But yeah, it can.
Even if
So
fact-
nothing is valid.
I feel you. I ain't never
it's
argued
That's
that.
just like everybody had these fake ass vaccine cards. Them bitches were valid when you give them to somebody.
I'm crying.
These are valid.
What is happening?
And they actually giving you the real cards from the real clinic. These people are risking their job, real nurses giving you real cards, but you ain't had no shot. So how is this shit valid?
Validation
right.
or
You're right.
verification.
It's a
Yeah, that's a good
validation.
point.
He's
But even
right.
that parking validation can be some bullshit. You right?
But don't say I can pull up with a validation card and trick all y'all in here.
Oh God.
Like I got the card. What you mean I ain't been vaccinated?
But the fact is, when you hand it to Shy to get here, right? The fact is, you are vaccinated.
But that's
That's
not a
the
fact.
fact.
That's a lie.
It's
That's
the
a
fact.
manipulation of a
It's
validation.
it's the current.
See that you manipulated her.
Huh?
That's what it is. It's her job to see that you manipulated her. It's her job to see you through that.
No.
Y'all stressing me.
What I'm saying is,
Oh,
you
Y'all
manipulating.
stressing
really?
It's manipulation
Listen,
of a
let me tell you
validation,
something.
man.
If a
Manipulation
scammer-
and
if a scam-
validation
That's what
can go
everybody.
together.
Everything that's valid.
I know that's what
If a scam, if a
Verified is
scammer,
good.
There was a breakdown, but there was a breakdown in the chain of validation.
That's just like a blue check. Every nigga with a blue check ain't get their blue check how they supposed to got their blue
no,
check.
for sure.
Oh God.
But listen, if a scammer go to the club and go ball and buy a whole bunch of bottles, right? And they leave, and he leave, and they find out a month later it was some scamming shit. And the fact is, that night that nigga balled.
Oh, that ain't. We
That's
can't
the
take
fact
that.
of that night. You
That's-
balled.
But that don't have
That's
nothing
my
to
ball. I
do
was
with
there doing it.
validation.
Yeah, right.
That don't
That
got.
don't need no validation. It's proof.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
that don't got
proof.
that.
No
That's
matter how I
that.
got my money, I could have stole this money out of my grandma's purse and came and bought.
You balled.
I still bought.
You still balled. Right.
What I'm saying, man,
But when they found out that you were a scammer, are you still a baller?
that night,
That night
you
yeah.
are.
that night I balled.
The fact is,
I'm
you
not
were a
saying I was
baller
a
that
baller.
night.
Yeah.
But you're not
I
a.
balled out that night.
But the perception and the validation to a lot of people, this is where it gets fucked up. I know, is that this is a baller that's going crazy, and this is a baller.
Is back to
In that moment, that's all that matters.
Columbus.
But he can
That
still be a
nigga
baller
like
if he
that.
keeps
How the
scamming
fuck
and
is
keep
that
doing
we
it.
validated?
we gotta get a historian. I don't know. I don't believe it, but that's our.
What you
that's
talking
our
about?
fact.
What did Chris do?
Huh?
He
What you just
discovered
say?
he discovered America,
What?
You hear me? What Chris do?
but now he discovered America.
Anything that's in the history that's validated to us.
Right.
How the fuck do we supposed to say that it's valid?
Oh yeah, you
That's
who
the same thing as
validated
my
it?
word. That's the same thing as my word. I can
look,
say shit on
exactly.
big things and be telling big lies. What I'm trying to tell you is, why the fuck my word can't be verified like Christopher Columbus?
It can to the
But
people who
Christopher
believe you.
Columbus' word wasn't
people who
verified.
believe you,
It was
can.
other people that verified his action.
No, he came and said, I just found this.
How you know he said that? Or did the other people say he found this and brought us over
He
here?
went with it.
It's
I'm
a bunch
crying.
Say I did.
It's a bunch of he say she say with that shit.
Bro.
But it's in the history books that he did.
But how can he discover America when Indians
So
and them
really,
was already
nigga don't
over here?
believe shit.
No.
Because can't shit be validated.
No. That's just like the age-old debate about dinosaurs as to
I
whether
think
or not
when you
they really
when you
existed.
going back that far, that yes, validation gets a little shaky. But
That's
we
just
can,
like a nigga wearing fake jewelry, fake clothes, fake anything. If that shit look real enough, that's validated because of who he is.
No.
You can't tell me.
What
you
you
can't tell me
mean?
you see your favorite, your best rapper. He could be the richest nigga. You know, this nigga making the money. He getting $1 million show. He wore all fake jewelry and fake clothes. You can't tell me that that's not validated through the money he got.
What are we validating though?
That this clothes and shit
It's
real like that.
justified.
if you look at
That's
if you
not
look
justified. That's valid.
if you're looking on TV,
it's
you
not.
think it's
It's
real,
justified.
How's it not?
It's justified because of the amount of money that he has.
but it's not validated based on you
His
seeing.
clothes is still
But,
not
but
seen
are
the
you
papers.
believing that? Are you believing that shit fake?
No.
No.
That's
So
your belief.
That's a
ain't-
fact, then, right?
No. Just
No.
because you don't believe it
It's
don't
just
make it a
justified.
It's
fact.
not a fact till you see the paperwork on the
Yeah.
jury.
Just because I don't believe you don't make it
But
fact.
niggas make fake paperwork for jury too now.
You're right too.
I'm crying.
That's
They
what
do
I'm saying. Like, bro, it's
Bank,
fake everything.
Bank is trying to let us know that the whole world is capped.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
That's
there's
what
no
he's trying to do.
validation
Tell
in
y'all
nothing.
like
And I'm trying to save
Ain't
you,
nothing
world,
valid,
but
bro.
I can't save
Ain't
the world
shit
today.
valid, bro, because everything can be deceived
Or manipulated.
or manipulated. That's what I'm trying. That's all I was trying to get to the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. We doing these words and these shit sound good. Everything is justified. All right, we had to justify that a white man found America. Now there was already niggas over here running around with they dick out, regular, no clothes. You know what I'm saying? Them folk came with them guns and changed the game.
Yeah.
These niggas who with spears and shit, boy, that shit, they shooting you for long range. They changed the game.
Yeah.
But now it's justified that they were the first motherfuckers over here and whatever found this shit, this round, you sailed all the way from wherever.
Because the people that were here at first couldn't read or write.
Thank you. And so whatever we write in this shit, that's what it is.
Because
Those
this
are
is the first
the
technical ledger.
Current facts.
Yeah.
So it just all they're not facts though. Cause has it been proven? Have we seen a document or a statement or anything that's proven upon a
Right.
reasonable doubt that this nigga found America?
Not
Right.
proven upon a reasonable doubt.
So what's a fact? Give me one fact.
A fact.
Just give me one fact.
You got on a black t-shirt.
That's a fact. But
Yeah.
who made it black?
Yeah.
Who made it
Who
black?
said black?
Who
was
says
black?
black is black?
Right.
Yeah,
we
like-
did that before too. That's what I'm saying. So you have proved today that the world is capped. And that people have different perceptions and different realities.
I'm just all the way out there right
Cause see,
now.
I could be looking at his shit and say it's charcoal.
People have different perceptions and different realities.
I don't know. I just don't, man. Shit crazy everywhere, bro. You can see some shit, bro, and just be like, damn, I thought that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you saying facts change, I don't agree with that.
You know what
Because
it
a
is?
fact can't change.
You can have a
This is like a lie turning into the truth. How?
you can have a Fruitopia, a drink, right? And the fact and your fact is, man, I'm drinking this Fruitopia. I ain't drinking this soda. This is healthy, right? Then one day somebody tell you, if you look on the back, man, that shit got that high fructose corn syrup. That shit'll kill you.
It been on that though.
It been
It
on
been
there.
on
That was
there.
opinion.
But
That
I'm
was a
talking
thought.
about in your brain.
That's not a
Your
fact.
fact, your fact, your reality is I'm being healthy because
That
I'm
was a
drinking
fact.
fruit drinks.
That
No,
wasn't
that
no fact
wasn't no
though. We
fact.
gotta see what a fact is.
A fact would be like your
Hell
birthday
nah.
is the day of your birthday,
Man, it's
and
so
then
much
you
sugar in
find
that
out
shit.
that
Yeah,
you
exactly.
not burned.
Like
You
the
wasn't
date, your
born.
date of birth.
Your date of birth,
is
and
a
then you
fact.
find out
Yeah.
later on that your mama adopted you, and that ain't really the day you was born.
Exactly.
Okay, got you.
You get what I'm saying? Like I think that's more.
Based on, here goes some more bullshit. Based on there's 365 days in the year and our age is our age. Based on that fact that the same
Look at
historian.
these niggas some
I'm
bullshit.
saying, I'm saying that serious. Based on that fact that the same historians made, right? That it's 365 days in the year, but every fourth year is an extra day.
Oh my God, you
I'm
right?
just being
You are
real. If the whole world gonna be
right.
capped, let's just put it on big facts.
Yeah.
Fuck
it up.
y'all.
Yeah, real
I'm
shit,
just
though.
saying.
And then you forgot about the leap years.
I just said that.
Oh yeah.
It's an extra day.
Because who to say we turn another year in 365 days?
Exactly.
That's why
I
I
don't
don't,
even know
we-
it's
that's why I don't
365
really care
days.
nothing about that birthday shit, man. Because you just born on one day. It ain't your birthday every year. You born one time.
That nigga said you born on one day. Like,
Man, get the fuck out of
It's
here.
a celebration
one
of
time.
it's a celebration of life.
You born on one day. I was born June 19th. I wasn't born next year, June 19th. I was born June 19th, 1978.
and that's it. That's the only time you're supposed to be celebrating.
That's when I was born. That's my birthday.
And since we can't get to 1978 again, it ain't no point in celebrating it.
Oh, we can celebrate whatever we want to celebrate, but I wasn't born next month.
Huh?
Saying you was born next month. We saying
They're saying based on the facts.
How the fuck I know 365 days is motherfucking a year?
Oh my
No,
God!
no, listen.
Hell you talking about?
What
How?
we're saying
It
is
could
that
really be 5
Who
days
the fuck,
in a
who
year.
the fuck validated the calendar?
no, listen.
I'm gonna
the
bank on
first-
this one. I'm gonna bank on this one.
Next month will be your 43rd trip around the sun.
44.
44th. I'm sorry.
44.
Oh, that's a good number.
Yeah.
But he said
But I don't even think I could be turning 20.
he said it could be his 20th trip around the sun. Or it
We
could
don't know
it could
shit.
be
What are
his
we doing,
it could be
dog?
his
What we saying,
80th.
saying we don't know shit.
Yeah.
That nigga said I could be turning 20.
things already in society that's saying that's like gone by.
Okay, it was a fact that all people of our skin with this melanin in it supposed to be slaves. That was a fact back then, right?
That is a fact. That's a big fact.
But I'm saying, but it
But
was
the
it
fact-
was in
the
law.
fact-
That
that
shit
fact
was, they
and
had
they saw it as
papers.
law.
Yeah, and it's
That
in
you
the
can own a
Constitution. Yeah, the Constitution that we were actually property in the Constitution.
So those same folk that made those facts, we supposed to believe the other facts.
On big facts.
I said that. Right?
That's what I
30
said
minutes
about
ago.
the leap years and shit.
God damn, bro. So nigga really just existing.
Yeah.
We don't know shit.
None of us is validated.
That's fucked up.
We all capped.
Do we know
Like,
we
them
really
folks,
here?
They done finagle so bad. Like you used to have money. You can have money in your pocket. Now everything on the card. So it's like it's really no money.
Digital.
You really just got numbers in your account. Like
New World Order.
if all that shit just shut down, then what? You broke. Even a nigga with the billions and trillions of dollars. That shit just cut out where your money at. You can't go pull that shit out the bank. Like, I don't need all mine. I want to look at mine.
Yeah.
You can't.
Now I got a question about that, right? So say like, you ever heard stories about banks accidentally putting money in niggas' account? They gotta take that shit back. If you put $1 million in my bank account by accident, and it's like digital money, how am I not a millionaire now? How you gonna take that shit back? Think I'm a millionaire? That's my shit.
No, nigga, they're gonna take it back.
How, my nigga? It's digital.
It's easy.
take
They
it back,
gonna
Kodak.
the button that accidentally put it in your account. That
gonna
button
take
is
it
gonna
out.
reverse
Man,
it.
I wake up and
and
see
come
some
back in
extra
your
money in my account. I'm shipping that shit around.
You better get them moving fast.
Yeah,
And after you
rat
finish-
then. Don't try to call me. That money is moved around.
That shit gone.
Different folk got all kind of people hot.
Guess what?
Damn, I could get a
When them
30.
folks
How
drop
I get a
that,
30?
when they drop that money on the
Selling that shit out.
when they dropped that money on the highway, they found all of it. Was it all of it?
Hell no.
They found most of it.
How?
They found most of it. When that truck, that
Who
truck,
Oh,
validated that?
no, they found most of it because the people was out there with phones and videos and shit, and they was able to see the people that got
But
it.
who
and cars and
validated
shit.
that they found all the money?
they said they
They
found
counted
most
it
of the
up.
money.
See, they say can't
Yeah.
lie in validation.
Cause you ever heard a story about niggas say, oh yeah, he found $2,000. That nigga probably found $10,000.
Yeah,
He showed you $2,000.
yeah.
Shit, if I find 10, I can get 2.
So I guess right now what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to justify that we have been,
Bamboozled.
yes.
Yes.
Because I can't validate it.
You've done a very good job.
But if you think about it,
Uh-oh.
if you think about the facts of this shit,
That boy Radio Raheem.
Yeah, I see.
I'm just being 100. If you think about the facts of this shit,
Uh-huh.
what has really been validated to us?
Nothing.
We just going with it. Right or wrong?
It's the safe,
Right,
it's the
right.
safe way.
Am I tripping, babe? You think I am, though, because you always think I be tripping, I be talking like that. That's why I have to say this shit on the podcast. Being at home, she be thinking I'm just retarded. But what has been validated?
The safe way to people, to the masses.
Huh?
It's the safe way to the masses to go along with it. Because
But when you start thinking the way that I'm thinking, then you are crazy, right?
No.
well,
I'm saying to the world, to the sea. Like if a nigga was to get on the way we really think, then they gotta carve out a way to make you seem crazy.
Right.
Like all the people that we think is like he out his mind. Them niggas will go crazy. They could be on point, but they'll go out their mind thinking like how y'all don't get what I'm saying. What are them the people that's right? All the people that run around doing all that shaking and shit, like out their mind. How we know that they ain't the one that's on point?
we don't. Everybody.
Shit, how we don't know that they the one that tapped in?
Everybody has their own reality.
Because schizos be tapped in on some whole other shit. You know that like most schizophrenics use a certain an extra number, extra percentage of their brain than we do. Like because our brain, we only use a small percentage of our brain, but schizophrenics, their brain use like an extra 1 or 2% than our average brain do. So they see shit we don't see.
Like the what you call it? When you gotta take the medicine through before it go to the market?
I'm sorry, say it one more
The
time.
trial.
trials.
Nah, not the trial. It's called like it's FDA approved or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Okay,
They gotta go through the testing phase.
okay. When they do all that, right, they be validated, right? They validate the medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then a
come
year or two
back.
later,
It
you
come
start
back.
hearing if
It's
you
gone.
took
If you've
this,
ever
you
took
may
this,
have
Fucked
mesothelioma
up.
I'm
Yeah.
crying.
off this shit.
Right.
So that shit was never validated. If we
Yeah.
coming back and saying you can get some money if you grew some titties.
But can't you validate something and then take what is it called when
It's
you
true,
take the
bruh.
validation away?
Unvalidate.
Unvalidated. They could validate something.
Bro,
that's
no, we
validated.
finna say this shit long enough. We know this shit ain't right. We don't know what it is. But this shit look like the world needs it. So we finna say this shit, and if it happen, we'll get some money back.
Oh.
Basically,
Yeah, because we done made so much of this
we
shit.
tried
It
trial
ain't
error. Don't they be saying that trial? That was a trial
It
error.
was a trial, yeah.
A recall.
Yeah.
But y'all don't, this shit in niggas' systems.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's the pharmaceutical.
What about before the medicine when these folks, like, you gotta think, bro. I'ma stop, bro. I'ma stop.
No, keep going. Go
Nah,
ahead.
hell nah. I ain't getting
Pastor.
sacrificed. I ain't getting sacrificed.
Pastor.
What about how them folks, you gotta think, our ancestors shit were living to 100 and 120 and shit.
Yeah.
With
The
no
folks
medicine.
who never took medicine.
Right.
Off herbs and shit.
This medicine you taking, yeah, it's got a 60 to 70, 80 year span.
Tops.
We cutting that 100 shit out.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't damn near making it to no 100 no more.
Right.
Soon as you start getting a little older and they start checking you for this, checking for that, oh, you need to get on this type of medicine. You need to get on this type of medicine. Yeah, clunk out 10 more. 10 or 20 more, you clunking on out.
Yeah.
I know remedies. Like, what happened to them remedies?
Man.
My grandma put shit on a knot, but that shit go away in 2 days. Like, now you take a ibuprofen for a knot, you hooked on goddamn opium.
Phonics.
Yeah. You said phonics.
You hooked on opium now. Like, you catch some pain, you taking pain pills now you hooked on drugs.
Yeah.
Shit fucked up, Pete.
Yeah.
Ain't shit validated.
Everybody's reality is different.
A woman can go to the hospital and have a baby, they give her 5 Percocet to take.
Oh God, like
When
that
she
is
take
a
the
problem.
Percocet, now she stuck on it.
That is that is so true. That's so true.
Like, goddamn, now we been bamboozled now. Something going on. Is that shit validated?
We've been hoodwinked.
You know what's validated? Them or they done figured out how to manipulate us. That's their validation. They don't figure out how to manipulate us. They done did all the research and figured out how we deal with the masses or the average human per se, and that's their reality.
How
And
we
our
know that
reality
everything that's bad for us is not good and everything that's good for us is not bad?
Say it one more time.
How do we know that everything that's good, they say good for us, is not bad, and everything that we think is bad for us is really good?
For example,
Shit, for example, polygamous.
Bye.
fucking me up because
Okay.
I'm about to get deep.
Get out.
Polygamous.
I thought he was about to say some good shit.
Right.
Nah, but on some real shit, who's to say that one man's supposed to be with one woman?
Bye,
That's
man.
not. It's
God
not.
damn.
It's-
That's a good point.
The king had 12 queens.
I ain't finna say nothing, but I'm just saying, who's to say that?
You know what it
Nobody
is? Some
should say
some
that.
some of these things
But
are
who's
just
to say one woman gotta? I mean, who's to say a woman only gotta
woman
have
gotta
one
have a
man?
man.
Why she
Facts. I'm saying both ways. Both ways.
Get another nigga.
Both ways.
Y'all can do
Who's
that.
to say that traditional relationship, the way we look at, like, when your wife be like, when Shantae tell me, see, you ain't married material, you don't know how to be married. How you know that you don't, that this ain't the way our marriage should be?
What, nigga? No.
He right.
You're right. Your marriage is what you make it.
Real shit.
When you
like,
get when you get in relationships, you got to set the rules and the constraints for whatever that relationship is.
Marriage is situational.
How you
See,
work
nah.
your shit not gonna be how I work my shit.
See, I got into this shit. See, I never knew. I got into this relationship thing. It was something new to me because I was a kid. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going off what she saw in her household, her mom and dad. I ain't never seen her mom and dad. My dad was on there, my mom over there. So I'm thinking this how I go. So I'm trying to follow what she was talking about as a kid because it's new to me.
Right.
But me as an adult, grown, like, hold up, I probably pulled a goddamn hair. Boy,
But-
anyway.
and that's-
you know what I'm saying?
and
like, niggas go to thinking like that.
Like y'all
You
was talking.
can't say what I'm just, bruh.
Y'all was talking about tradition a few episodes ago. You can set your own traditions in a new
Thank
relationship.
you.
Can.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Like, but the world will look at you crazy.
Wait, hold
And
on.
you could
Because
be
the
happy
last
as a motherfucker.
episode,
Everybody
That's why
happy.
you can't
Yeah.
you can't take into account what the world thinks.
No, but I'm saying your girl gonna look at you crazy when you tell her about it. Like, man, I think we need some sister wives, like 10 of them.
and then what if she said, "We need some? You need a sister. I mean, you need a brother
A
husband."
sister, brother, husband.
Well, you need to get your ass out of here.
That's that fucked up shit.
How was it fucked up? 'Cause
And
another
that is-
nigga might be
and that
with
is
it. Find that
validated.
nigga.
Another
Wow.
nigga, exactly.
Find that nigga. Go
Another
be with
nigga-
him.
We don't
That
take
is-
no relationship advice or anything when it
You
comes to
right.
relationships
I'm
from
happy.
you yet.
I'm happy.
We can't, but
Happily single.
jump out of this.
Yeah.
Where your nigga?
But
Where
I'm
your
saying
nigga at, Shy?
Cali.
Who's to say a nigga supposed to wear pants?
What they supposed to wear? Bikinis?
If I don't want to wear shit, if I want to come outside with
King
nothing on.
Dingling.
We did it in Africa. Like, I'm just saying, like, who's to
What?
say what's in what you call it indecent?
Yeah.
Huh?
Who's to say what's indecent?
Or what's acceptable.
Why is cuss words cuss words?
Oh my gosh. DJ Scream, what we
Yep.
doing?
I'm just saying, like, we don't go get into this conspiracy shit, bro. A lot of this shit need to change. Like,
Ain't
niggas
nobody
like
who-
happier.
Okay.
Who's the first person to get offended by somebody saying fuck?
DJ Scream.
Y'all got me. Y'all moderate. you moderate.
Nigga said bitch one time. Now he's like, oh my God, he said bitch.
But you got to think though.
Who even made up the word, bitch?
I love our ancestors,
Too
but
short.
you got to think them people went through hardship. They went through everything, so they the first ones to believe what them cracker told them to believe. And they pushed it on us and made this shit generational.
Yes.
Them folks start saying man and wife need to be man and wife. When we coming over, they writing them laws. You can't cheat on your husband. All this shit. Christopher Columbus shit. Real shit. They put all that shit into play, and then it became our traditional
This all
values.
Christopher Columbus' fault.
But I'm saying they came our traditional values off of justifications.
Okay.
That's how you bring it around.
Pass the bank.
Am I tripping?
That's
Nope.
how you bring it around. Nah, you right.
You're right.
You right.
You right.
A nigga, it could have been a nigga running game from the beginning.
Beginning.
Real shit. Nigga wrote out the game, how I'm finna make this shit go like. It's all game. It's all bullshit. I'm a bullshit nigga. But
Damn,
I'm finna
so
write out the what is the other word?
rules,
Justification.
Huh?
rules,
No,
commandments.
the other one, not justification, the other word.
Validation.
I'm finna write out the validations.
Right.
But they all justifications.
So not that the crazy thing is it's full circle because we started this conversation saying justification is some bullshit, but now we see the power of it.
Yeah. That is true.
Shit is powerful.
Facts.
We definitely.
Because it's the same thing right now. Nigga can go run around and justify some shit to a whole bunch of people, and it damn near become valid. And
Like,
everybody,
it's valid
a valid
and
reason
everybody-
of why
and
he did it.
Everybody
shit is
believes
different
it.
in different
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People get married at 13.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, but over here, it's like
You on some bullshit.
they done validated a bunch of justifications
Right.
Mm-hmm.
in order to keep order, I guess,
Yeah.
or to control.
Mm-hmm.
Because they might not want me to have 10 wives, get all of them pregnant, have 10 kids by them to populate more blacks.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? We keep niggas 1 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We know she gonna be tripping about you cheating. Whatever, you can't really bring no baby home, so they ain't, you know what I'm saying?
crying.
They gonna get there kind of keep the kids, too many kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I tripping?
Nah, keep going.
You a
Okay,
little
I'm
off.
just trying to figure this shit out, though, man.
We can't figure it all the way out. But
I'm
what you
trying to
saying
figure
is
it
all
out
the way.
because I just feel like niggas would be happy. Nah,
I was about to say, come
I'm just
on,
talking
bang.
shit. But if we had all free will,
Like it was no such thing as relationships
All
and
free
marriage.
will.
whatever you thought of, you could do.
But all free
Besides-
will, all free will is what is he? Ain't no
besides
besides.
kill-
No,
no,
ain't
I'm
no
saying-
besides though. If
You
it's
gotta-
complete free will, you can't have no
You
besides.
gotta have a little.
You can't have no buts. That's anarchy. You can't have no buts. If
That
it was
is
just free
true.
will, we got to be like cavemen.
Or like purge. Where you
Yep.
can do whatever they want to do.
Run around this motherfucker with a bat.
You can do whatever you want to do.
Nah, that ain't gonna work.
That's why, and this is why we have
Because you got some maniacs
these
out here.
justifications,
Yes.
and these rules, and all this shit.
The
Yeah.
loose screws
Because
of
somebody
society
figured
ruin
out,
free
and it
will.
might not have just been one race of people. It probably was several races
Man,
of people.
one race of people, man.
Well, whatever it was, they came
You
to the
think niggas had a say so in what was going on?
We had kings
You
and
put-
queens,
yeah,
and
you
we
gotta
had
think
kings
about
and
the
queens
time.
in
Over there.
Africa with no white people and still had servants.
Over there.
Over there,
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
servants. We had kings and queens in Africa and still had servants.
For sure.
Yeah, everybody gotta play their part. She ain't no slave. Them folks going home.
Jay, can you triple W
Some of
dot,
them wasn't.
please?
Some of them wasn't going home to their family.
www.
Some of them was living in the back of their servant's
triple
house like
fact
the regular
dot
slaves.
com.
But you couldn't even get a nigga to run away from a black nigga.
Shit.
I'd rather serve, you know what I'm saying?
Hell
I'd rather
no.
serve a black nigga.
That's out. That's not true because
What
black
happened?
no. He's saying he would rather
He'd be
have a black
slave to a black
servant
person. He'd rather be a slave to a black person.
than a white man. He lying. He'd be trying to
king?
kill that nigga.
You're talking about a king. You Billy Bob slave. Nigga beating your ass to death.
And then he Jamal's slave, and Jamal beating his ass
At
to
least a
death.
black king gonna take it light on you, like, bro.
Hell
I ain't
no.
gonna tell
You're
you
an
no more, bro.
employee if he was a black king.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you no more, bro. Don't do that.
I don't think that's how that was going.
Damn, you're right. You're right.
I don't think that's. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think
you
that's
was
how
a
the.
servant. You a slave, bro.
I don't think that's how the Egyptians was kicking.
Nah,
it, man.
you slave, you slave.
You got there and put that board on your back, go build that pyramid.
Nah, but you know, we I started talking shit a little bit, but I do feel like whoever wrote that marriage shit, nah, I just talk shit.
Bye. I'm about to sock him.
Let go, man.
So shit called natural order, man. And I think that's some of it that makes sense is
Nah, for
natural,
sure.
natural order, but some of it is just control mechanisms for sure
Big
to
fact.
control.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever seen 12 Years a Slave?
Exactly.
So what do you
Great
think?
example.
So what do you think?
Great
What?
example.
What?
12 years a slave.
What about it?
About how they use certain things to their advantage as control mechanisms to maintain their order and maintain their regime.
That's
and
the
their
shit we
power.
know about. So what about the shit that we ain't caught on to yet? That's going on within our life. We don't know that's helping shape the people that we are.
So it go one of two
Give an
ways,
example.
like we were saying. We'll go ahead, give us a.
Shit, like I said, like relationship. Like I'm just being real, like relationship, like a traditional relationship. Why does a traditional relationship? Why does somebody, if they choose a different type of relationship, is looked at differently than a traditional relationship?
Because
But it's
people
looked
are
at from
too busy
who?
minding other people's business.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that have relationships that's not
You
traditional.
know what I'm saying? Like, why? What they call it? What they call it?
Bigamy,
Bigamous.
Bigotry,
What they feel?
polygamy,
Bigamy.
polygamy,
When
or
you,
bigotry.
when you
I don't
marry
know.
more than one
Bigamy.
person.
Polygamy.
Oh, polygamy.
polygamy.
No, I'm saying like, what's the offense when you go to jail?
A bigot. You're a bigot.
Bigot.
Yeah. So why is that an
You
offense?
go to jail for that?
Depending where you are.
Yeah.
Out here, you go to jail for that?
Depending where you
Depending
are.
on where you are, yeah.
Why is
For
that an
marrying
offense
more
if
than one
everybody,
A lot of
if
people
all
move to-
parties are willing?
I think they gotta move to Vegas or
Because
Cali or
that's
certain places.
another
But yeah, certain places that
Example
shit is
of
illegal.
other people minding other people's
shit.
business.
I never knew that was illegal.
Mhm.
Yeah. But that would be, now if you think about it, it would be kind of cold because you put like 4-5 incomes together, that'd be kind of lit. Sorry,
agree.
my bad. My bad. I,
agree
just
with
thought
that.
about
Like,
it.
you never know, like, cause there's a shortage on niggas anyway.
Oh God, how? Never mind.
There's a shortage on niggas. So why the fuck this nigga can't just have him 10 arm or 3 arm or whatever he can afford?
It don't got to be 10.
I'm saying whatever he can afford. I'm not talking about me.
I ain't agreeing or disagreeing.
I ain't talking about me. I'm just saying
Y'all
like
ain't never see
niggas
that
who want to
episode
do
of
that.
Martin? Y'all ain't never see that episode of Martin when the prince came and tried to take Gina.
Oh yeah.
She done seen every one. I don't understand that why a man can't do what he can do.
But what if
You
a
had
man
10
can do
calls?
it,
Yeah,
a
but
woman
you know
can do it.
you really can
You really can.
How?
because you can just
keep
do
it to
it.
yourself.
No, what I'm saying,
Hugh
why
Hefner
he
did
can't
it.
do what he doing and it's accepted.
Well, that's different.
Because you
now
can't-
you're dealing
you
with the
can't put your
masses and
views
you're dealing with
on
years.
everybody else.
But you
That's
gotta
not my
He
view.
just existed. He not.
No, wait,
he
hold
not-
on. Because just because you think it's something is okay and you accept something doesn't mean another person is going to
But you
accept
gotta
it.
look
You
at
do.
why-
But
You know what?
I gotta accept the things that I think is not okay though.
But so,
Why do you?
him
But you
living-
gotta
him
look
living
at
like-
why do you care about acceptance?
Him living like that is not
I ain't
him telling
saying
other people
that.
they got
I ain't saying I
accepted,
care
though.
about
No,
accepting.
I'm not saying that you care, but I'm saying why is outside acceptance even an issue?
It's not even outside of
It ain't
acceptance.
even
Nigga ain't trying
outside
to go
of
to jail
acceptance.
by having more than one bitch.
right.
So
Adultery
go
and
to
shit.
a state where it's not illegal.
Man, you ain't gonna
You're
say.
not
I'm
trying, to,
Atlanta
you're not
nigga.
trying to do all that.
Yeah,
like-
like why the fuck do y'all got authority over what the fuck I want to do when I want to do it?
It's like smoking weed. Smoking weed in
That should be illegal. That should be legal too.
smoking weed in the 60s or 70s or whatever was a serious ass offense, right? Serious offense back then. Over time, it's become more lenient. See what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you can do whatever you want to do. You might be right about what you're saying or doing, but the way that societies are set up, I'm not saying it ain't fucked up. It might be fucked up. The way that the societies are set up, then you just have to go with their law until the people that think that way become the masses of people.
I ain't saying I ain't going with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy with my situation,
Right.
but I always have wondered that.
Yeah. The mind wanders.
I always have wondered
There's a lot of people minds wonder. You
why
just
the fuck can't a nigga do what he's capable of?
what's capable.
If he
Well,
capable,
he
if he
can
capable
afford-
of providing for 10 wives, why he can't have 10 wives? What is
can.
the
You
legal
can.
reasoning behind
You're
it?
not
have-
understand. You can't.
You can. You have to move to where you
No,
can
he's
have
not
10
trying
wives.
to move. He's not trying to
Well,
move.
you have to.
Why?
You
That's
have to
the question.
move to
Why?
where you can have 10 wives.
Why?
Y'all, we really
Because-
beat
So you
the
don't get what I'm
dead
saying?
horse.
I'm
Like,
just saying because
I get what you're saying.
you can buck on the law. We can do that every day. You can buck
I
on
ain't
the law.
saying that ain't what we saying, Scream, but yeah, why
Because
is it-
somebody made it a law.
But why?
Because somebody made it a law.
that goes
Somebody
back to, like,
made
what-
the
what we were
laws.
saying about
So
why do you
Why
think
why
there's
why
an
are
issue
street
about
laws
acceptance?
street laws? Who made those laws?
What you mean?
Street laws.
Niggas ain't following no street.
I'm
laws.
saying, but when they did, who created them? Where did that start? Where
shit
did that
ain't-
philosophy
that
start?
shit ain't, but that shit ain't validated. This shit we talking about is validated. You can actually go to jail.
Yeah, you're
Street laws are not validated. Those are opinions. Those are justification for niggas who want to do what they want to do.
So you
Who
know
made
why
jail, though?
you know why them folks shit is quote unquote validated? Because they just figured out how to create structure. They figured that shit out
I could go
and control the masses. Damn, Jade. You gonna kick me again, Jade, with the mic?
I'm sorry, I got a cramp.
Man, I don't know, man. I just feel like niggas should be able to do what the fuck they want to do when they want to do it, bro.
You can.
Not, ain't
Without
no
the
illegal
consequence.
shit.
You talking about without the
I'm saying
consequence?
like within your household. Like, why the fuck I'm gonna go to jail for beating the fuck out my kids?
Cause you beat the fuck out
Because
of
you
them.
beat the fuck out your kid.
So she don't think some of these kids need to fuck beat out them?
No,
Yeah, some
not
kids
the way
need to
that
fuck
some
beat
of
out
them do.
But you can't do
Some
that.
of them,
I
some
ain't
of
saying
them.
child abuse. Like, I was child abused.
When you say
And that
beat the
shit
fuck,
helped me.
that's child abuse, bro.
That shit helped me.
That
know
nigga
why
said
though?
I was-
Cause I used to want to go to school and do some bullshit like
That nigga
egg
said I was
cars
child
and
abuse.
sugar the tank, flat the tires, all that. When I got caught doing that, my grandma beat me so bad I never want to do that again.
But you, okay.
So those were consequences that I respected, and those things need to happen. Because if not, if I could continue to do that, if she gave a fuck about those laws and not did that, I would have continued to did that until I finally one day shot a school up. That's why I feel like no discipline, like you saying, discipline is mandatory.
yes.
But y'all stop us from disciplining our own kids, parenting.
Do you know why the thought behind that is? The thought behind that is not for the kids that's just getting a spanking, the discipline. The thought is the motherfucking drunk daddy or uncle that come
Yeah.
home and beat the shit out of his
It's
wife and all
different,
his
bro.
kids.
They ain't talking about that. I'm talking about a nigga who you know you
They
probably
don't
got
know
your
the,
ass whooped.
They don't know the difference if they come and see the
But
kids
see,
fucked
they don't-
up.
but see,
They don't know the
laws-
difference.
The laws aren't made to differentiate because just like take the abortion law for instance. Even though people think that abortion is wrong, there are some instances that validate abortion, like rape, incest, like certain situations like that. But the people that are trying to change the laws now are just saying a blanket no across the board for any type of abortion at all, and that's not fair and that's not right.
I think nobody should be telling a woman what to do with their body.
I don't think so
all I'm
either.
Like, that's
I don't
just
think
on
so
period.
either.
I don't care if she went and had sex with 50 niggas and decided to have 50 abortions after that. That's her business and her body. Like, I don't think a group of 12, 15 people could say, you know what, no abortions at all. I do agree with their whole thing when they saying, all right, after 6 months, it's a dub. Let that shit go. You got to have that baby now because that you tearing your own body up at that point. That's a whole fucking human. You can have them kids. So I don't agree with like abortions at like 6 months. But other than that, do your business.
So basically, justification leads to validation.
Yeah.
Yeah, justification is some powerful shit. And we ain't even know it.
We ain't even know it.
Hey, that's another Big Facts Friday. Fuck with us at www.bigfactspod.com.
Salute.
You're listening to Big Facts with Big Bank and DJ Scream.